going on, guys? FlameHorizon here, coming at you with NPCC Week 3 against my boy Aaron2420 and his Calgary Infernapes. The team I brought is Roserade. It is a modest choice scarf Roserade that is made to outspeed Tapu Koko. Has hidden power ground for Heatran, and is mainly made to outspeed a non-choice scarf Tapu Koko. Roserade with the choice scarf hits 201 speed. Timid Tapu Koko hits 200. Then we have Mega Scizor, which is made to speed creep the Heatran, and then hit it with a superpower. And then we have Hitmontop, which has a bunch of priority, just so I can weaken his team and then come in with a bunch of priority, especially against that Hawlucha, and take it out. Then we have physically defensive Colberberry Slowbro. That's my main switch into Hawlucha. Then we have a really mixed set with, well, not mixed set, but like EV spread out. Gliscor with Swords Dance and Roost with Toxic Orb and Facade and Earthquake. Handles his team really nicely. And then we have I think an Expert Belt. It's Choice Banded. It's Choice Banded Entei with Sacred Fire, E-Speed, Stone Edge, and Bulldoze. But as you see, the team that he brought is Heatran, Cresselia, Tapu Koko, Comfey, Mega Gyarados, and Hawlucha. So he has Electric Seed offense with Hawlucha, and then Mega Gyarados, which is scary. So we're gonna click play, and we'll get right into this battle. Ignore the mouse there, I forgot about it while I was recording. But so as you can see, I led off with Roserade, and he leads off with Heatran. And I calced it right before I clicked the move, but turn one I thought, you know, might as well go for the kill. Hidden power grounded, and we'll just kind of look. Heatran's down, so the mouse is gone now. Good. But Heatran's is gone, turn one, and I needed that. So he goes into Cresselia, thinking I'm choiced, and he was right. So I switch out from Roserade, and I go into Rock, Paper, Scissors, and take this Psychic like it's nothing, and decide to Mega Evolve as he switches out. Gonna have to blur that name out in editing. In 2 spaces. But as I said, I get to Mega Evolve, and I believe I just clicked U-turn because I had a feeling he'd switch in Gyarados. So, yep, I click U-turn just to get out of there. And you know, I don't want this thing to start setting up in my face, so I believe I go back out into Roserade just to kind of scare it out. And he switches out again. I think he's going to go right into Cresselia. He goes right into Cresselia, which I think is his main switch in for this. As I go for the Sludge Bomb, I lost nothing by clicking Sludge Bomb. Does about 1/4 damage, maybe almost closer to 1/3, but I don't get the poison, so that's unfortunate. Don't want to take a Psychic, so I switch out into Slowbro. And he goes for the Psychic, and Slowbro is going to eat that up, even though it has no special defense. And I believe we just trade Toxics here, because we both, you know, realize like these are the walls that we have. Might as well Toxic it. So good play on his part, Toxicing me. And I was sitting there when I clicked Toxicing, like, you know what? His hit. What if mine misses? And thank goodness it doesn't. So I was able to get that Toxic off like a champ. And you know, there's a bunch of leftovers happening, and there's just a lot of like in between turn stuff. I probably could have sped this up a bit more, but you know, I'm just gonna roll with it. Still getting used to Citra, but now I believe he switches out into Comfey. Yep, Beyonce the Comfey. And I believe I switch out as well into my Gliscor. Now here's where the fun things happen. Now this Gliscor set, of course, as I said, has, you know, Toxic Heal with Facade and Swords Dance. So I believe I set up a Swords Dance in his face, because Comfey is set up fodder. I go for Facade. And I thought I said Swords Dance. So Facade does a little bit under half, so I know I need to go for Swords Dance. And the reason why I'm setting up Swords Dances against him is because if I can get the Swords Dances up, and everything will be hunky-dory and everything's going to be all nice. And the other reason I need Swords Dances up is for the fact that, like, if he switches in anything else, I can just kill it. Like, the only thing I think that kills me is Life Orb, HP Ice, Tapu Koko. Because I calculated it, Magnet Tapu Koko does not kill me. And if he had a Z move on Tapu Koko, which he could, because I think that is one of his Z move users, it would not be able to kill me with HP Ice. So he goes for another Draining Kiss, getting his health back. I believe I set up another Swords Dance, or I click Facade, one of the two. I forget which one I click. Okay, yep, I clicked Facade. And I think I'm still at +2, and that does so much. I think I actually might be at +3 this time, but I think probably +2, or +4, my bad, not +3. And, you know, Poison Heal is going to keep kicking in. This Gliscor is putting in work against Comfey. I can't believe I actually said that. But Comfey is going to keep going for the Draining Kisses. Getting its health back. I believe I clicked Roost to get health back. Yeah, I clicked Roost just to get back to full. So, you know, that's good for me. Don't want Gliscor to die prematurely. And I believe he's just going to keep clicking Draining Kiss. He doesn't want to switch anything in for fear of the Facade. I'm pretty sure anything he'd switch in would just die. Even the Cresselia would still get 2-shot. So he's going to keep going for Draining Kisses. And he gets a crit there, which is kind of unfortunate. It doesn't matter in the long run, but the crit was kind of unfortunate, and it could have changed the game just a little bit. But I believe this Facade kills. Yeah, that Facade kills. So Comfey goes down, Gliscor gets killed, and he's at about his 80% health. Remember how I said that HP Ice has the chance to KO if he's Life Orb? Well, it turns out that this is a Life Orb Tapu Koko with Hidden Power Ice, and you know he just kind of takes me out. So no big deal. But that gives me a free switch into Roserade, which I EV'd specifically to outspeed this. So I think he goes for no, he switches out. He switches out into, I think, yeah, back into Cresselia, which is kind of expected. I went for the Sludge Bomb again, hoping for a poison, hoping for something, but nothing there. So he gets the leftovers recovery. So he's just a little bit over half. Again, I don't want to stay in and take a Psychic, because I don't want Roserade to die. That's my Tapu Koko check. He goes for the Moonlight and heals himself, so you know, Cresselia is being the wall it knows how to be. And I think I either misclicked or did something stupid and clicked Scald as he switches in. No, I clicked Toxic as he switches that in. And again, I'm going to have to blur that name out. But I clicked Toxic as he switches in the Gyarados. So the Gyarados is now poisoned. And, you know, a bunch of in-between stuff. Basically, I'm just trying to whittle his team down so that way my priority moves can come in and clean up. E-Speed on Entei can come in and clean up if he gets low enough. And I have Mach Punch and Bullet Punch on Hitmontop along with Fake Out and Rapid Spin just in case. But, so he's going to get to play, he's going to go for Dragon Dance right about here as he Mega Evolves. And then he is going to, I believe, yeah, he's going to go for the Dragon Dance. Definitely going for the Dragon Dance. I'm going to have to, like, blur this name out so much. That's alright. But I don't think if he was max speed, he would have outsped there, but he was not. So his Giga Drain comes in and KOs, and Roserade does get another kill there. So that's very fortunate for me. And I believe he goes into Tapu Koko, thinking he can outspeed and hit me. Which, you know, I know that he can't outspeed. So I go for another Giga Drain because I didn't want to switch out. Giga Drain does well over 2-shot him. So he goes for a Thunderbolt, so it's no big deal. Thunderbolt brings me down to 77, so it did quite a bit actually because of the electric terrain boost and the Life Orb damage. But I go for Giga Drain, get a little bit of health back as he switches into Cresselia yet again. I go for the Giga Drain, get some health back. And I do believe I switch out yet again, but I don't remember what into. I think I switch out into Scizor this time, but I could be wrong. Probably, yeah, Slowbro. I want to poison this thing. He's just going to go for the Psychic. I mean, this is the turn I do something stupid. I either misclicked here or do something stupid. I either wanted to click Toxic and clicked Scald, or I clicked Scald not thinking. So, you know, he goes for the Psychic. I thought he was going to switch, that's why I clicked Scald, so never mind. I thought he was going to switch, but now that I know he's not going to switch, the next turn I click Toxic and get this thing poisoned. Because I do not want a Cresselia roaming free. I definitely do not want Cresselia to roam free in this place. So, yep, now he goes for the Psychic again, which does a little bit more because he did get the Spidef drop. But I go for the Toxic and it lands. And remember, this Slowbro is like my only way to handle Hawlucha. But it's kind of getting whittled down, so he's probably getting a little bit comfortable with it. I'm getting a little bit comfortable with the Slowbro being so low. But also gotta remember Regenerator. Regenerator on Slowbro is like just so niche when it comes into play. So I switch out, as he switches out. He switched out into Tapu Koko. I believe I switched out into, what's it called? Scizor. Yeah, I switched out into Scizor here, because nothing else wants to take a Psychic. Rock, paper, scissors. And I just go for the Bullet Punch and claim a kill. Because what else would I do other than click Bullet Punch there? So Bullet Punch takes out Tapu Koko, and he goes into his Hawlucha. And this thing scares me, because there goes the Electric Seed. So not only is it +1 defense, but it has that ×2 speed and burden boost. So this is what I was, I prepped for this. I had a bunch of priority. I was ready. I was ready for this Hawlucha. And I U-turn out, because I knew he would set up. And I believe I go into Slowbro. Now, I go into Slowbro because I knew that I had to get a little bit more of a regenerative boost. So I go down a little bit to Toxic, and then I believe I pull an aggressive double right into Roserade in order, to sack it off, because I don't really need it. Sack off the Roserade, then Slowbro can come back in and take this thing out. Goes for the Acrobatics. Roserade does go down, which, is unfortunate. My differential's not as good. But Slowbro comes in and is at much greater health in order to live a hit. So he goes for another Swords Dance, thinking, I'm going to switch out again. When really, I'm going to go for the Psychic and take this Hawlucha down. That was a roll too, by the way. It could have lived on like 1% and I could have been super salty. But like I said, I had priority for it. And all he has left is his Cresselia. All he has left is the Cresselia, which I believe I just double out, or I just switch out into Entei, I switch out into Scizor to take his Psychic, or he Moonlights, so he goes back to full. I thought he was going to Psychic, didn't really, want him to do that. And then I U-turn out for damage, and then after I U-turn out for damage, my boy Entei comes in. And we will see that after Entei comes in, all I have to do is click Choice Banded Sacred Fire. Alright guys, all I have to do is click Choice Banded Sacred Fire, and that'll be the game. In comes the shiny Entei, which was max HP, wasn't max speed. So I can lift it, because I knew I wasn't going to be outspeeding much. I know I said max speed earlier, but he was max HP. So he's at about under half. He's going to Moonlight as I Sacred Fire. And the Sacred Fire doesn't quite pick up the kill there. No, he doesn't Moonlight. He goes for the Psychic because he knew he lost. So he does get that leftovers recovery, but the poison is just enough to take out the Cresselia. And that is game. I have won 4-0 against Calgary Infernapes, coached by Aaron 2 for 20. GG Aaron. It was a good match. Definitely showed that I can know what I'm doing. And I can't wait to see how the rest of the season goes because of the forfeit from last week. Hashtag pray for Sebi. I am right now, I think, 3-0 plus 12. So let's hope I can keep the win streak going. Probably go 4-0 and just, if I get 5-0, I think I secure a playoff spot. Like, no question. But thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. Go to the links down below and check out Aaron's Twitter and check out his YouTube, for he's a cool guy. And be sure to leave a comment on what you thought of the battle, what you think of Citra, what you think of the layout I made. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.